Hi all. I was having a look through the Friendly Atheist blog earlier and ran across a post about a Reddit thread where theists ask questions of atheists. If you want to check it out for yourself, I'll leave links to the blog post and Reddit thread in the description below. I think a lot of the questions are worth skipping, but it was nice to see people talking about religion and atheism without resorting to name calling. Well, most of the time anyways. For this video, I'm going to answer the questions highlighted in the Friendly Atheist blog post. Feel free to answer the questions in the comment section below. Let's get started. Do atheists get mad at other atheists who give them a bad reputation? For the most part, no, I don't think I do. I usually think of people as individuals, and I don't think what another atheist does reflects badly on either me or my views. We may agree that we don't believe in God, but the buck really does stop there. There's no doctrine or book of atheism that holds us together, or that is supposed to inform our beliefs and actions. They don't believe in a God. I don't believe in a God, but their political, social, ethical beliefs are theirs alone, and I don't feel the need to defend people whose ideas I don't agree with simply because they may not believe in a God, and neither do I. My nan once told me that I can't control the actions of other people, but I can control my actions and how I react to other people. I tend to focus my attention on my actions and how I choose to treat other people and/or how I react to them. Do you ever have doubts, like we do? Of course. I don't really doubt my atheism when it comes to gods I've heard of, such as Yahweh or Allah. I've read their holy books, seen their claims, and found their gods to be both contradictory and far-fetched. However, I do sometimes wonder if we're products of a higher intelligence, and so forth, which I guess might be deemed a god depending on how you define God. Does your atheism affect how you view horror movies, stories, fiction? Pretty interesting question. And no, it doesn't. I love horror movies, although they don't really scare me. That might have more to do with the sheer number of horror movies I've watched than it does my questioning nature. My love of horror movies started with The Exorcist. I remember when I was a kid, I saw a movie promo on TV. I begged my parents to let me watch. My parents were the kind of parents that never disagreed on anything. They seemed to always stick together when it came to the rules and regulations that governed our house. My mom told me no, flat out no. But for the first time ever, and I think it was likely the last as well, my dad told my mom to let me watch the movie. I still remember her shocked expression, but she relented and nodded her head. I couldn't wait. That night they turned the TV on and I made it to the part where her head starts to spin. And I was out. I made some sad excuses and I ran upstairs to my room. I could hear my parents' stifled laughter behind me as I fled. Afterward, I bought the book and forced myself to read the whole thing. After that, I watched the movie in its entirety. I've watched it several more times since. Strangely, this experience paved the way for my love of horror movies. Also, I love fantasy books, they're probably my favorite genre. When interacting with non-annoying religious people, do you view their beliefs as a set of personal choices to be respected, or as an indicator that they are not someone you want to associate with? My life would be pretty bleak if I didn't associate with anyone who is religious, since the majority of people I know believe in a god. I also don't think beliefs deserve respect. That doesn't mean I have to be an asshole about it in public. I do believe people deserve a modicum of respect, which includes not being a prick to people because they believe differently than I do. For example, if people want to pray before a meal, I'll sit there in silence while they do so. I won't bow my head, close my eyes, or make the cross symbol on my breast like some religious people like to do. As long as they don't try to force me to pray along with them, I'll not say anything about their praying either. If someone starts a religious conversation with me though, I'm not shy about telling them my views. Do you get your jollies by going around on social media and ousting religious people for no reason at all? No. I do find religion fascinating, and I often wonder why people believe the things they do, especially when it comes to God. I think if people, including myself, post their views online, they should expect people to disagree with them. When I do disagree with them, I try not to attack them on a personal level. Instead, I try to engage with their ideas. I probably fail at this sometimes, but that's the standards I have set for myself, and I try my best to stick to them. Why do you think anybody else cares? The same reason anyone thinks someone else cares. Not everyone will care. But I make content for people who do care about this subject. I care. I think whether or not a god exists is an important question, but more importantly, I think the way religion shapes lives and affects society is even more important. Religion isn't usually just about whether a god exists or not. It's often about what this god would want, and how followers of that god think we should live our lives. Not talking about it allows one side to have a monopoly in the marketplace of ideas. I'm not willing to let that happen. When I see what I regard to be bad religious ideas, I'll speak out about it. I'll challenge those views, and I see nothing wrong with that. Neither do I see anything inherently wrong with the religious engaging non-believers or other believers in conversations about their beliefs either. Anyhow, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and cheers!